As the sun climbs higher, I summon my counselors. Their faces are grave, their voices measured as they recount the troubles that have come to my attention. A dispute over land, a theft in the market, a brawl between laborers, whispers of bribery and favoritism among the judges. I listen, weighing each case, seeking wisdom, longing for justice. I remember my own cry to God, "Lift up your hand, break the arm of the wicked." And I wonder how often He waits for us to be His hands, His voice, His justice in the world. I am only a man, but I am also a king, entrusted with the care of this people. I cannot right every wrong, but I can do what is set before me, one act of mercy at a time. Later, I slip away from the palace, seeking the quiet of the gardens. The olive trees stand ancient and wise, their roots deep in the earth, their branches reaching skyward. I sit beneath their shade, letting the peace of the place settle around me. The air is fragrant with rosemary and thyme, the bees moving lazily from blossom to blossom. Here, away from the noise and demands of the throne, I can breathe. I can pray. I take up my harp, fingers tracing the smooth wood, and let a melody rise. Soft at first, then stronger. A song of longing and hope. I sing of a God who sees the afflicted, who listens to the cries of the broken, who will one day judge the earth with righteousness. My voice falters on the words, "Why, O Lord, do you stand far off?" But I do not hide my questions. I pour them out, mingled with praise and lament, trusting that God is big enough to hold my doubts as well as my faith. I remember the stories of those who came before me. Abraham, who questioned, "Will not the judge of all the earth do right?" Moses, who pleaded, "Show me your glory." Hannah, who wept at the temple, her prayers misunderstood by men but heard by God. I am not alone in my questions. I am part of a long line of those who have wrestled with mystery, who have trusted in the darkness, who have waited for the dawn. As the day unfolds, I make my way through the city, disguised in plain robes so as not to draw attention. I walk among my people, listening to their stories, sharing in their joys and their sorrows. I see the lines etched by worry on the faces of mothers, the pride in a father's voice as he teaches his son the craft of his hands, the resilience of those who have lost much but refuse to surrender hope. I see kindness exchanged in small gestures, a loaf of bread shared, a shoulder offered in comfort, a prayer whispered over a friend. These are the signs of God's presence, the quiet miracles that sustain us when justice seemed delayed. At the city gate, I pause to watch the elders render judgment. Their words are careful, their eyes searching. I see the temptation to favor the wealthy, to overlook the cries of the poor. But I also see moments of courage. An elder who stands firm for what is right, a scribe who refuses a bribe, a woman who speaks truth though it costs her dearly. I am reminded that justice is not a distant dream, but a daily choice, 1,000 small acts of faithfulness that add up to something holy. As the sun begins its descent, painting the sky in hues of amber and rose, I return to the palace. The day's burdens weigh upon me, but I am comforted by the knowledge that I am not alone. My prayers have not been answered in the way I hoped, but I trust that they have been heard. The God who seemed distant in the night is present in the kindness of a stranger, in the courage of the oppressed, in the quiet persistence of those who refuse to give up hope. Night falls again, and I find myself once more in the upper chamber, the city quiet beneath me, the stars emerging one by one. I kneel by the window, my face turned toward the heavens. You, Lord, hear the desire of the afflicted. You encourage them and you listen to their cry, defending the fatherless and the oppressed, so that mere earthly mortals will never again strike terror. I speak these words aloud, letting them settle in my soul. They are not the easy answers I long for, but they are enough for tonight. I take up my harp once more, letting the music rise and fall like the breath of the city. I sing for those who cannot find the words, for those whose cries seem to go unheard, for those who wait and hope for justice. I sing because I believe that God is near even when he seems far away. I sing because I trust that, in the end, his justice will prevail. His mercy will triumph, and every tear will be wiped away. As the last notes fade into the night, I rest in the knowledge that my questions are safe with God, that my prayers are never wasted, that my longing for justice is a reflection of his own heart. I rise, strengthened by the mystery, ready to face another day, trusting that the God who sees will one day set all things right.